I founded and set up the Anything Company, which was actually a found object. I found the company as a major thing, just like Duchamp found the urinal or something. I thought you could just use this. And we were becoming more aware as people that the world was run by corporations. So I thought it would be fun as an artist to have a corporation and see what that could get you into. So I'm kind of a maximalist. I just kind of work all over the place like over these years. And the reason why the Anything Company happened, it was a way to just do anything, right, basically. And I had this kind of epiphany, which are great if you get them once in a while. And I realized if you take the word and, it has DNA in it. And then when you reverse it around, it works the same way, right? So I'm working on the idea that the word and is actually the DNA of language, because I feel if there's no more ands, everything falls apart. It can't hold together. So I'm working on some new sculptures that are made out of neon and stuff like that. But that's the way I work, and that's what I'm about. And so you'll see us doing strange things in the woods.
Tiptoe through the daisies, through the daisies. Oh, 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 tiptoe through the daisies with you.
Louise, my partner, wife, lover, everything for me, is working with me. And the name of our project is Wildness and Wilderness. The exciting thing is that I think the bioart movement is probably what the environmental movement is really needing, because what it's going to do is bring the scientist and the artist together, because we need this concerted effort to reach all these politicians and sociologists and the movers and the shakers in the world so that we can actually keep this world going for more and more millennia. The ecology was a part of my background. It's been an ongoing part of my actual artwork over the last 2 or 3 decades. For instance, there's a major piece in the National Gallery in Canada. It's called Animal Preserve, and it's 600 animals, stuffed animals, in jars that are preserved in distilled water. And then I've done pieces about skewered animals, and another involvement coming up is about animals that are shipped out. They're all baled in a big bale and everything. But anyways, all these things are my way of, as an artist and somebody involved in a kind of biological attitude towards life and art is the kind of works that I do. But what's really important is these messages that are happening in these works are going to add to the environmental movement. And then recently I realized that life, for me anyways, is about a bunch of ands, I think. Because we're all just anding somewhere, right? So I think we're just anders. So I'm kind of inventing a whole philosophy about that. And I mean this in a good way all over the world. There are people in all the different countries and on the continents that are dealing with this environmental issues that we all live with, our climate and everything. And so hopefully it will become another ingredient that will spur better and more and thinking that addresses more of the issues that are going on. And the more that we have this concerted effort, I think it's great, and we have to not tarry. We can't wait too long. And that's what I wanted to say. I thought up the greatest way to bring bioart to the general public is to go to the writers. If you guys know anybody that does CSI writing, I want there to be a murder in a bioart camp. And if that ever happens, if somebody could write that. So if somebody ever wrote that, it would just go like all over the world and it would happen. And so they'd probably use Jennifer's camp or something. So anyways, try to find out who knows these major writers and say, we've got the idea for you to do a great one. Right? And so we did what we think is kind of risque and kind of a little bit erotic in wilderness, which, is kind of part of the same thing. No, it's okay. It's called Wildness and Wilderness. I thought when I came here it would be fun to have a large mannequin. I saw one in France a few months ago, and I thought, that's it. I'm going to take the mannequin back to where it came from, in the wilderness. So there were some photographs like this that show the mannequin dealing with, back where his ancestors are. And so it was hugging trees and all that stuff. I've brought the mannequin back to where they came from, which is wood. And I want the mannequin to experience the woods. And then there's a number of projects with Louise. So it's a live person and the mannequin and the woods and wildness and wilderness.
Where are you going to move this? Where are you going to take it?
We're going to go about 8 trees back in the forest right behind the clean laboratory here. Okay. For the photo shoot.
I don't think so. Hi, darling.
Okay, let me go around the back here. I'm gonna go shoot over this other way.
Change props. Mr. Woody and I. Grass. In front of my grass.
In front of your grass?
Grass on grass.
Even a bit more.
What? You don't get hurt there. Oh.
Okay, now just walk backwards so you're not with the guy anymore.
No. Enough. One. This one.
Here, I have an idea. Come here.
Yeah. Oh, I'm doing the best I can.
Okay, can you turn toward me?
Just take your time.
Oh,
And if you can't get it up, just do the neck. That is awesome.
Oh, cool.
She thinks I should
Yeah,
hurt the bear. Mosquito bit me. Shit. Thank you, Louise. That's great.
No more shoes. Huh? Yeah, you should do the red one. Okay. Shall I bring Woody there? That's cute. Good stuff. Okay, cool.
Okay, come and hold on to him. I'm
Come and
holding
get
him.
you first. Turn around.
It feels nice to blow yourself. It's so hot.
Hey, leave it open for a second so I can see him. Okay, cool.
Woo. Tiptoe through the daisies.
In wildness
Through the
and
daisies.
wilderness.
Oh,
That's what-
tiptoe. Woo.
Cool.
Woo.
Oh, I get to see through all the time. That's okay.
You do?
Yes, I hope so.
Really?
Even more if you want me to just see what
I can see. I'm deep in the forest with nothing in sight.
happens. Okay, turn around.
I don't know what else to do.
That's so cool. Wait. Cool. All right. So you got to go do one of those. Just go
I don't
stand.
think so.
And you have to please send me those chunks because we'll put them in that resiny.
Yeah.
Oh, there's some kind of rape scene going on here. It looks great. Amazing.
That's a good foot.
Oh, God. But I was thinking of a fantasy way that, I mean, if you just project like big fantasies, this whole idea of a bio art lab, let's say it was a band. Okay? And it should go on the road, like you out of Jennifer's thing.
I don't know.
No, you really should create a band. You should create a bio art band, like with maybe that name or something similar, and then take it on the road, like in a big way, and then everywhere you go, you set up the lab again in all these cities, so that it really then penetrates into the popular culture and all these kids and stuff. But if you could ever find a way to do that, it would take off. Like you either get a big sponsor who likes all this idea, and backs
Like Labatt's?
it. Yeah, like the backs. Or you find some great musicians who are in this whole new group, and it takes off. Because traveling like that and going on a big world trip, I mean, that would do
A
it.
world tour.
Yeah.
My goodness. Not Canada.
Pardon?
If you turn your hat around again,
Yeah.
you just want to be the room manager.
Yeah.
Baxter and Roadshow.
If you ask me, I think it's a good idea.
Yeah.
Don't you? Appetizers first. Small bits of appetizers.
Small
We'll
kisses.
find out how gross my chin hair is.
The name was where, we should have put the name up here.
No, it grows like that.
So which one do we do it in? This one?
In the gelatin
Oh,
one, yeah.
I'm wrong.
Follow me.
Already did.
Okay,
Walk this way.
Already did.
okay, dear.
Thank you.
But I can't get in there.
But you have no lips, that's why.
I know.
Yo, Ralphie. Ralphie
There.
boy.
You have very tiny lips.
Ralphie boy.
Oh!
Oh, yeah.
Come on then.
No, that's enough.
Sit down, sit down.
Through the
Huh?
daisies
Oh, okay.
with you. Tiptoe through the daisies, through the daisies. Oh, 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 oh. Tiptoe through the daisies with you.
So I'd like you to know me as the And Man. I met a young archivist and art historian named Adam Lauder, and he has a position at York University in Toronto. It's actually the first endowed chair in libraries in Canada that deals with research. And he's researching my career as a catalog raisonné online, as a new electronic catalog raisonné, not in the traditional way as a catalog raisonné, which is done as a book, but it's more in the social media context with Twitter and Facebook. And we are basically we're going to scan my whole career and put everything into this archives, and we're encouraging scholars and people working on dissertations and universities and media people to come in and use this archives to promote the ideas of what I've been about, or to create their own ideas and talk about issues and things. Ian Baxter and Resin-A. Ian Baxter and Resin-E.
Oh